I am in complete and utter disbelief at what I just heard. Gabi, I already knew you were one of the world's most horrendous mothers, but these events that you say transpired, wow. Let me just show you guys what I'm talking about.
Go up to my door, and I said, open up my door, and I said, and I have three.
Sorry, I had to interrupt for a second. What's with the camera back and forth while you're walking? And what's with the whole theatrics with this? Like, you actually role-played the entire incident. You couldn't just say what happened. You had to actually physically open the door and unbelievable. But let's continue.
I opened up my door, and I said, and I have three people out here. My son, a cop, and a CPS worker. And she goes, CPS worker goes, here's Cam, I'm the CPS worker, okay? Here's your son, here's a court order, your son is good and not being abused. And I said, what? Oh, we picked him up from the school, took him to the facility where an abuse doctor examined my son. A new diaper was on him. Nobody was with him. Nobody was there. He was probably scared, probably terrified. I did not get a call from the school. I did not get a call from CPS. I did not get a call from anybody.
Judging by your theatrics and the fact that you had to role play the entire incident, I believe that all that happened. And you are absolutely right. He must have been incredibly scared and traumatized. Having said all that, while I believe that you have definitely done some inappropriate things with your son, and I think you're a horrible mother, if this truly happened, and then you continued to come on this app and showing your son at that, I have no words. Let's continue.
Gabi is sexually assaulting Cameron, and still breastfeeding, and whatever the case may be. So what happens now, CPS? Knocking on my door again. We have to take your son to the abuse clinic again. We got it for sexual assault. Okay. I'm sorry, Cam. Let's go again. When again? He's home. I'm like, how did it go? Because we couldn't go. I couldn't go, and neither did Aaron. My mom had to take him. That's the rules.
Well, let me just say this. All of my boys and my grandson, both of them actually, have never gone for my chest. Never. Nor would they. You, Gabi, Cam doing that, it is highly inappropriate, especially if you say you're not breastfeeding. So I do believe that there is inappropriate things going on in that home. And I know that you are a rotten mother. This right here proves how horrible you are. Because you see, this didn't just happen once, but you're saying it happened twice. And you willingly allowed your son to be traumatized twice. And don't come at me and say, well, she had to. You stated yourself, Gabi, that they told you he had to go back down there and that you and Aaron were not allowed to go. A 4-year-old child having to go through all of that process and not have his mom and dad with him. You said it yourself. He must have been so scared. He must have been traumatized. Yep, I'm sure he was, at the hands of his mother. Did you actually make the phone calls? No. but you are the cause of that happening. And the mere fact that you, after the first time, continued to come on and live stream and show your son, that just clearly proves how rotten you are. But the second time, and yet you still come on this app and continue to show your son and continue to bait the haters and make it like it's this big movie, or all the theatrics that you've done in these short clips. That's enough evidence right there, in my opinion, that you shouldn't have your son. Because you see, Gabi, any good parent that truly loved their child and put their child's best interest first ahead of their own, I don't even think it would get to that first time. But if it did ever get to that first time, there, like in my book, there would never be a second time. Because I would remove myself so far from this app and any social media platform. I would be scared to death to show my children. And the fact that you think it's this big fucking joke, that right there is more than enough to show how unfit you are. It proves 100% that TikTok, live streaming your life for the likes, the views, the drama, the money, it is worth more to you than your son's safety, your son's well-being, his mental health, his safety. I cannot even believe that you would allow it to not only just happen once, but twice. This could have all been stopped a long time ago if you just simply came on here and there, lives here and there, videos here and there, and never showed your son on this app again. You are pathetic.